So, considering the fact that I didn't give you anything for our 15 months, I'm hoping that this kind of makes up for it, even though I know that you weren't upset about it. I've tried so often, and I've tried so hard to tell you how I feel about you, and to explain the way that you have affected me. And it's probably one of the hardest things I've ever tried to do. And I know that you told me that I'm really good with words, but for some reason, every single time that I try to make the words make sense and to be correct, I can't do it. But it's always worth a shot, right? Something about you and our relationship and the way that we are together makes me happier than I have ever been. And you're so much more than just my boyfriend. You're my absolute best friend, and you're the person I go to for comfort. And when I'm crying, I pick up the phone and I call you before I even think to call anyone else. And you know everything about me. Everything that I can possibly remember is something that you know. But it's more than that. It's not just you know me well and that you make me happy, but it's more real than that. It's the fact that you have all of me. Everything that I could possibly give you, you have. And I know that it's the same in return. And I'm completely open with you, and I'm vulnerable towards you. And I have opened myself up to you completely when I've never opened myself up to anyone before in my entire life. And there's something different about you, and no one else could ever compare. No one really comes close. And at first it was scary, because falling in love with someone is scary, because you never know if or when they're going to change their mind. But now that it's been so long that we've been together, and we've gotten past all the doubts and all the problems and all of the misunderstandings and the curiosities of other people, and thinking that we can find what we have in anyone else. I'm not scared. I'm not afraid anymore. I'm not terrified every day that the next words that are going to come out of your mouth are that you changed your mind. And I know we still have problems and we still fight, and there are times when I yell at you, or I get you worked up to the point where you're yelling at me. But all that's really important is that at the end of each day, I know that our relationship is something worth fighting for. And I know that over everything else, all I want to do is be with you. Because I don't care what I've told myself and what I've told other people in the past, because I've never felt this for anyone else but you. And I've never loved anyone else but you. And it's more than just loving you. Somewhere along this road, this very long and hard road, I fell for you, and you fell for me. And I don't care what anyone has to say, and I don't care that I'm 15 years old and that I'm dating a 17-year-old. I'm in love with you. And those 5 words are the truest words that I've ever said. And no matter what happens, I don't care what my possibilities are. I don't care if you leave 10 minutes from now, 10 years from now, or if we spend a whole entire lifetime together. I'm always going to love you. I'm always going to feel this connection with you. There's no way that I can't. My stomach is never filled with butterflies the second that you walk into a room. And I've never been able to not take my eyes off of someone except for you. And I've never been so certain about my feelings. And it's all of the little things that you do that make me fall for you harder and harder every day. It's the way that you hold my hand and the way that we crawl into bed just to nap. And when you kiss my shoulder blade and when you pull me closer and when you rub my back as I'm falling asleep. And when you tell me that I'm adorable when I sleep, and you tell me that I can't argue with you. And it's the fact that you changed me in the way that I saw myself. And you made me a better person. And you drew me away from self-mutilation, and you drew me away from drug abuse, and you made me realize that I wasn't being the person that I've always wanted to be. And because of you, I'm different, and I'm better, and I'm happy. And I wouldn't change a thing about these past 16 months. Not quite 16. But I'm happy that it was you that I fell in love with, and I'm happy it was you that I gave my everything to. And I experienced all my first times with, and I don't regret a second of our past. And I don't think I ever could regret anything. And I know that we have a future lined up for us somewhere. I don't know how bright that future may be. I don't know what's in store for us. I don't know what's gonna happen. But I pray to God that no matter what does happen, I'm with you. Because that's all I want to be. I just want to be yours. I just want to cuddle in bed and just talk. And I want to hold your hand, and I want to kiss you whenever I want to. And I want to go to bed in your arms and wake up with you right next to me. And I want my forever with you. I want all the issues and the fights and the long nights and I want it all to be with you. I want a lifetime with you. And I know that sounds crazy. But to be honest, I don't care anymore. I don't care what anyone has to say. I don't care, because they're not me and they're not you, and they don't know what I feel for you, and they don't know how happy and how lucky and how amazing it feels to be with you and to be able to call you mine, and to know that that's the way that it's going to be when I wake up in the morning. And it's unexplainable. It really is. You, everything about you, us, me when I'm with you, it's all so unexplainable and unforgettable and wonderful. And that's what you are. You're wonderful and you're incredible. And you're the best person I've ever met. And I don't even want to know who I would be without you. I think I would be scared to know who I would be without you. And I need you to know that I'm glad that we ended up here. I'm glad that this is who we are, and that we're an us, and it's not just me, and it's not just you, but I just wouldn't want it any other way. I wouldn't want to be with anyone but you. And maybe this isn't the best way to explain all of this, and maybe I didn't get it just right, but this is the closest I've ever gotten. And the most important thing that you know is that I love you. Unconditionally, and with no limits, and with no doubts, and with no fears. I love you, and I'm in love with you, and I'm not going anywhere. And I just want to see where this leads, and I just want to be with you. And I'm so happy that I met you, and that I have something with you. Don't go anywhere. I know that you're not going to, and I know that that's what you're going to tell me, is that you're not going to. And I don't need that reply, because I know it. I'm just telling you that I can't imagine it. I can't imagine being without you. So I don't need the reminder. I don't need you to tell me that you're not going to go anywhere. But I still need to say it out loud. I need you to know that that's still what I want. I still just want to be with you, and I still just don't want you to leave me. Just so that you know how important you are and everything. It hasn't changed. You are still that person. You're still the person that stars in my story and my dreams, and you're the person I see myself with in the future. And that's not changing anytime soon. I love you.